Sometimes silence is the only answer you need. A young man troubled by doubt and confusion traveled across mountains and rivers to meet a Zen master. He had spent years searching for meaning, reading scriptures, meditating for hours, and listening to countless teachers, but his heart was still restless. When he arrived at the monastery, he found the master sitting beneath a cherry blossom tree, gazing at the sky. The young man bowed deeply. "Master, I have come a long way seeking wisdom. My mind is full of questions. What is the meaning of life? What is enlightenment? How do I find peace?" The master turned and smiled. Without saying a word, he stood up and led the young man to a quiet lake nearby. They stood at the edge of the water, the surface so still that it reflected the sky like a mirror. The young man grew impatient. "Master, why do you not answer me? I seek truth, yet you say nothing." The master remained silent. Instead, he reached down, picked up a large stone, and threw it into the lake. The young man watched as the stone crashed into the water, sending ripples outward in perfect circles. The once clear reflection was now distorted, broken into shifting patterns of light and shadow. Then the master sat down and waited. Minutes passed. The young man grew restless. "Master, what does this mean? Are you saying that life is just ripples on water, that everything is an illusion?" Still, the master said nothing. More time passed, and the young man, frustrated, fell silent. He watched the ripples slowly fade. The surface of the lake, once disturbed, became still again. Once more, it reflected the sky, as if nothing had ever happened. At that moment, something deep inside him shifted. The master finally spoke. "Your mind is like this lake. When you fill it with questions, thoughts, and worries, you stir the surface. The more you seek, the more ripples you create. But if you let it be, if you allow it to settle, the answer appears on its own." The young man stared at the water, understanding at last. The truth he had been searching for had always been there, waiting, beneath the ripples of his restless mind. He bowed once more, this time not in frustration, but in deep gratitude. We often believe that wisdom comes from searching, from filling our minds with knowledge. But true understanding is not found in constant seeking. It arises in stillness. The more we chase answers, the more we stir the water, but when we stop, when we allow the mind to be quiet, clarity comes on its own. Like the lake, the truth is always there. We just have to let the ripples fade.